So the Alien franchise, we have Ridley Scott kind of went on a little tirade here, and I can't agree with him. So this is from comingsoon.net, and this is Ridley Scott talking. There's no reason why Alien should now not be on the same level for fans as Star Trek and Star Wars. So I think the next step as we go is to sustain the Alien series with the evolution of the Beast or reinvent something else. I think you really need to have the evolution on this famous beast because he's the best monster ever, really. The Xenomorph, I think, is one of the coolest aliens. Like the design and everything, it's vicious. It's just one of them can just wreak insane havoc.
Exactly.
I have to give props to the original guy who did it back, I think, when they first came about 1980 or something, 81. That was incredible, the way it looks. I'll give you that.
And the H.R. Geiger design, that just the long, elongated skull.
And the second head coming out of the mouth.
The metallic teeth. It's just a scary-looking monster.
As a monster predator, they're pretty good number one almost on just like monster-wise. Because they have metal teeth, they have acid blood, they can breed super fast and get numbers. They're pretty durable. You can't really kill them easily. But
what Crimson was saying a little earlier, and I have to agree, because you're saying this off the podcast, but there's no character to really identify with.
To be on the level of Trek and to be on the level of Star Wars, we connect the characters. We love Picard. We love Han Solo. We love Chewbacca, and they're kind of a lovable character.
Picard.
Yeah.
And the Alien series, I mean, Ripley, she's one of the coolest, most bad A characters, but she's not Han Solo. She's not that likable.
And you have one character that's like that.
And she has PTSD up the freaking... Like, she's not someone you want to hang out with. She's gone through some stuff.
Yeah, you need someone that has multiple characters like that.
Yeah, and Ripley's the only really cool character in all of Alien.
I'll be honest with you, how many characters people can you name from the Alien franchise?
You got the robot guy that you like.
Then you had Paxton saying, "Game over, man."
Paxton? He's a guy from all the coolest sci-fi guys in the 80s and 90s.
It's game over, man.
And you know what's sad? The only characters I remember is from the Alien the Predator game.
Yeah.
Which is Lieutenant...
They should put those guys in there.
Yeah, exactly. You had a cool Lieutenant female and then Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But like I said, if I could tell how many characters they from Star Wars and Star Trek, you can just go on and on and on forever. Yeah. That's the thing.
Sorry, Scott, I like Aliens. Aliens is good. But when I think of overall sci-fi, it's like 6 or 7 on the list.
I mean, no offense, I don't want to sound insulting, and I don't want to take it this way, but if you said I want to be as big as Battlestar Galactica, Stargate, I think that's more your range.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's more your range.
Or even to say that you want to be up there with all the great monster movies. Like, okay, I could see that too.
I think the Xenomorph is just monsters in general. Yeah, it's a top 3 monster.
I would say I would probably see he should have went that way with it. Yeah. I would give him more praise and say it's a lot higher than say you're comparing Star Wars. No. You're not there, guy. You're not.
Because there is a lot of story in Alien. There's a lot of stuff with the tiny corporation, and there's a lot of story there. But we're always left in the dark. In every Alien movie, we're always left thinking, what the F? What's going on? Especially in the Prometheus films.
Oh, Prometheus,
Alien Covenant, we're just left with so much questions.
Actually, I think that's when I went off the rails when I went to Prometheus. I think it just went too far into the mythos without explaining.
Normally I get mad when they don't give us enough mystery in movies and stuff. But okay, we're at the point in the Alien franchise, we're all idiots, we're all stupid little kids. Explain to us what the freak is going on. Yeah. So it kind of explained it a little bit, like in the Alien Predator movies. The Predators would cultivate some of these aliens and use them as like sacrificial,
and training simulators.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But what's this corporation want with this thing? They're going to use it as a weapon, but it would take over a whole planet.
Yeah, they would never.
That's
stop.
the thing. You can't control these things.
In all offense, I like Predator more, but there's a lot of mystery in Predator 2, but you don't see the guy who made it say, "Oh, I think it should be as big as Star Wars."
Yeah,
exactly. You don't.
There's a mystique and a mystery to the Predator creature. Like, does it ever get a real name? Do they always just call it the Predator?
I think it's just
I don't know if it has like
I know there's hundreds of words from the video game, but I don't know anything else.
Do they have an actual alien name?
The thing is, you never see their culture on their planet, so
you only see it briefly in one of the movies.
It's all red.
It's all red.
And it looks like they have a city, but we have no idea how, do they have a government?
Exactly. We don't know if they like the Romans where there's citizens, and then there's the soldiers, and then there's the actual...
Yeah, different, a class system.
And maybe there's those certain ones that can be out there. See, that could be an interesting movie, too.
Yeah.
But we never get it from Predator, but like I said, Predator's not going off saying it should be Star Wars.
We can think about that with Predator, but with the Alien, the
There's
Xenomorph...
not much to think about.
The only thing to think about is the founder people, the space jockey people, and where did they come from? Yeah. And what was their story? Why did they make these things?
Yeah.
Or did they find them?
Exactly. Or
That's the only story to be told,
Yeah,
but they
like
never
you
tell
want to
it.
see a regular predator family as opposed to the hunters.
Yeah.
They're separate. See, there's no story there with alien like that.
Exactly. There's no reason or rhyme what they're doing. They're monsters, and they're there to breed, eat, and continue on.
It's crazy because, again, there's different lore and books and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but for the most part, the xenomorph doesn't need to eat.
No.
Like, it can go into, like, mummified state for hundreds of years and then come back. Like, this thing can't
I think it's sad because in the second Alien movie, which is, by the way, my favorite, I think
Aliens.
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 I like the alien queen because they actually established. I'm like, okay, this is the queen, but then they don't really play on that
Yeah.
afterwards. They don't expand on that.
And that's one of the coolest looking practical effect of all
yeah.
time.
It's
Is
so
the
cool.
Oh,
freaking
the queen! Oh, yeah, so
It's
huge.
so cool.
Yeah,
And also what's cool about the alien too, like how whenever it enters a host, it tries to take certain traits from it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like always evolving, always trying to get the best trait.
Yeah, like it'll try to take this and that, but it's so funny because there's even like with the like a dog, like the little like you start getting those weird looking aliens like in the games and the books. There would be like ones that are more animal like.
because they went animals.
Yeah, they had different kinds of.
And then on a funny note, in Mortal Kombat, you can one of the aliens mixes with a Baraka, so it has like the
Yeah, it has
so like stuff like that where it's like, okay, cool. There's a little bit more lore. They adapt, they learn, and that's how they become stronger.
And if you want to make good, a good alien film, I just finished Alien Out of the Shadows. It was it's a book, and they also did a radio version, like a audio. Drama version of it, and it was excellent.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Basically that Alien Out of the Shadows takes place between Alien and Aliens. Ship picks up Ripley from her when she was like put herself to sleep or whatever, and then they end up encountering an alien. They have a whole adventure, but at the end of it, they end up wiping her mind and putting her back in her ship.
That's why
so
she never remembers
she had
it.
a second adventure she never knew about, but. Right from the beginning, you get some good action. You get some
Why
suspense.
couldn't that be the movie?
Take Alien Out of the Shadows and make that into a freaking
Hey,
movie.
if you think Sigourney Weaver's too old, heck, get a new actress. I don't care. Do that story.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting, but no.
Yeah, and it's a fun story, and then again, it's the same kind of situation where they don't know what these are, and of course, there's the doctor lady who's fascinated by the alien, but then everyone's like, "We don't need to save these things.
Yes.
Forget this crap. It's insane."
And then the android betrays her yet again.
Yeah.
Okay,
He gets in the computer systems, and he starts screwing with all the
Because corporation wants to have the
Yeah.
alien to examine it, whatever.
the
Exactly.
Tectonic Corporation. The way he talks
There you
also. But that was a fun, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, and imagining all they get into like they find another one of the downed ships, and there's a bunch of eggs in the room, and they're trying to be careful to walk around.
not to
A
hatch
lot
it.
of suspense.
Ever since Alien 3, I've never seen an alien movie in the theaters. If this was in the theaters, I'd go see
It
it.
it
Sounds good.
And it has Ripley in it, and there's action, and there's a lot of cool stuff, and there's drama, and then someone gets infected, and then you get the whole argument between because Ripley knows what happens.
Yeah.
She's like, we got to kill this lady.
Yeah.
We can't save her, and everyone's like, no, this is our crewmate. We're not going to let her die. She's like, you don't get it. There is no saving her.
Yeah, she's dead.
But they end up using her. Like she ends up realizing, whoa, the alien won't attack me.
Yeah.
If I have a baby in me, I can like go through the ship and it won't attack me. It will follow me. But then she kind of uses the host symbiote
Yeah.
to get to other parts of the
Look
ship.
how suspenseful that is,
Yeah.
and how intriguing that. You just told me as opposed to this, well, we're out there, and here's these things, and we're not going to explain it, and it's like, I don't care.
Big, tall white people, and they're like 13 feet tall. It's just, if you want people to get into aliens, we got to start bringing in the story and making it a little bit easier to follow.
Yeah. Stop being like, it's this video game called Dead Space, and start being more explaining stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a while, it's okay. Enough of this meta.
spookiness, yeah.
Like, what's going on? These aliens, and they put the life on the planets, and they were the ones that caused life in all the universe. Like, what is going on? I just want to see someone put together a freaking flamethrower and walk down a dark corridor, then...
Exactly.
Unless Ridley Scott's willing to go in a whole different direction and make the aliens more intelligent, I don't see how
Yeah.
they're going to get more.
And that's
Interesting.
and that's a good point you brought up because they would eventually think about it. They keep adapting and picking best traits when they get from the humans to become a little more intelligent. Yeah,
Or maybe even developing some primitive language.
Remember Ripley had that nasty alien baby thing in the Resurrection Alien?
Yeah, that was 4, right?
That
Yeah.
thing was nasty looking.
yeah, exactly.
It had like a nose and like eyes. It was super gross.
That's what I'm saying. When they eventually get to the point of where because even insects have like basic language and understanding of what they're trying to do. And
See, that's so weird because their only thing they do is to invade,
To breed.
and breed and kill all the living hosts on a planet and just take over a whole planet. Like one of them could wipe out a whole civilization.
And that's why, like I said, it would be nice to explain if some scientists would figure out, like, oh, this is why they do this.
Or even take Alien Isolation. That game was cool too. You end up playing Ripley's daughter, and she has her own adventure with an alien on a ship. Do it like that.
That's not bad.
Leave the meta behind. and give us some more explanations, and then we can start making steps to becoming that big sci-fi series that everyone can look for, instead of just like, oh, that's that thing with the monster and the weird guys.
I'm a little tired of this, and this has happened in a few Alien movies. Or it poses just a ship to a planet. They go to a planet. They don't see any. They don't see any. They don't see any. They go to the caves. Then they see the eggs. It's like, okay, when there all the aliens around, I know that's a movie thing, but that's just annoying.
Yeah, like they have like how does
for like a half hour, like no aliens. It's like
you know what?
Yeah.
I know
whole planet of them. Come on.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of like it'd be like in the first Halo game. In the first stage when you're finding the flood. And you're like, oh, it's all spooky. And then after that one stage, you just see them all the time, just coming at you. That's how aliens should be. Like, after the third one, it should just be them
aliens. Yeah, well, what's this suspense we're trying to build here?
Was that the library? Wasn't that just a great level?
That was a great level.
That level's so great.
Yeah, that was a great level. But so, remind me of Alien.
Shotguns, baby.
I love how that stage had nothing but stock shotguns everywhere.
Yeah, that's what makes it cool, because it's up close and personal. Yeah. That's what makes fighting the aliens so cool, is if you get close to it and hurt it, it can still kill you.
Yeah, and again, since we're talking about the Alien franchise, here's the thing. Is there no better tagline than the first movie, In Outer Space, no one can hear you scream? Yeah. That's got to be the top 3 best taglines in movie history. Top 5 or 10, at least.
Yeah.
Of movie history.
Like, you gotta start being so obtuse with the storyline and start bringing it in just a little bit to where people can start following it.
And I love meta stuff. Believe me, if it's good, I love it. But just to a point, we got it to go forward now.
Yeah, like I said, any of those ideas that we said, I think would be pretty decent movies.
It's like you can't make an art film
every time.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get away from that,
And the monster can't just be one-dimensional, I'm trying to kill you.
That's what I said. You got to make it more intelligent. Give me some more sentience. Give me some more
It's so funny. There's like this. So it's crazy, like how RoboCop, Alien, and Terminator are all connected.
Yeah,
like in a weird
Predator too. They're
all literally connected in the same universe. Do we break all those ties and just kind of like give us a real concise universe?
But you can put Alien and Predator in the same universe, but Terminator and RoboCop need to be their own thing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, because I love the Xenomorph. I love the way it looks, but can it be the only enemy? Can it be the only thing that drives the series?
Maybe like you said, why don't we even go more radical with aliens and start making them look vastly different? Have like different super hybrid animal ones like you said in the game. Let's start changing them.
Why don't we do it to where they split off the Xenomorph, starts evolving one way, these ones evolve that way, then we have Xenomorphs fighting each other.
Exactly. At first, and then the humans get caught in the middle.
Yeah, that can make a storyline.
Exactly, and what if one of them actually is somewhat intelligent, or something that can actually communicate, and they're like trying to branch off from their just brethren that are
When
just crazy.
Gremlins did that, but not aliens. I mean, come on, guys, come on. We got to get to the act together. It was silly in Gremlins, but it was fun.
It's kind of basically the same
story.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because come on, I'm tired of alien scary kill. Okay.
Yeah. It's sneaking around. We don't have any weapons. No one brought a gun again.
And also, wouldn't they also have like a team of experts that fight aliens that know what they're doing? After like the millionth alien movie, you think they would get it?
Well, see,
yeah, let's get some guns here. When we're
coming back to Out of the Shadows in that book. They discover a way to take some of the alien acid blood and use it as a weapon, because it actually like a goop gun, and it actually was a thing. Like, but all those people got killed, so the knowledge of that gun died with them.
Why don't they record it?
I know, but but again, it's one of those things where it's lost on adrift on a thing.
Or how cool would it be if someone got an alien, took all the armor off of it, and actually used it as armor?
Yeah, like you could. That's like put on the little shells.
Yeah, the shell.
That's cool.
Yeah, because
then you just said was cool,
and they could be like Alien Death Squad, something like that.
There's some cool things. I would love to see Alien make more movies, but don't get so crappy to where you end up becoming that red box special where it's just straight to DVD.
Starship Troopers.
Like what happened with RoboCop.
RoboCop, that happened with, let's see, even though it's a different franchise, but like if you want to talk about aliens being scary, like Hellraiser went through a ton of red box movies. It just got really bad.
So, Ridley Scott, I wish you the best of luck. Get the series back on track. Lose some of the meta stuff. Get a little more basic. I'm not saying you have to get stupid basic, but just so where normal movie audiences can watch it and follow a character. We love Ripley, but we need other characters. We need other people that live.
Exactly.
You can't have a franchise of characters that everyone's freaking dead.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no. I mean, even though they're all connected, there is no thing to bind the movies. Yeah. It's formed like, oh, this character I remember, and this character. Yeah. Nothing.
The main critic thing I would give him is get it away from the horror film into the sci-fi.
Yeah.
That'd be good too.
Because that's the classic horror film thing everyone does.
Well, a lot of people say they put it in the horror film genre more than they do sci-fi. Well, you can't have a quasi sci-fi horror film meta thing be as big as Star Wars and Star Trek. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I can't even name anything even close to that kind of meta style that's super huge. Because they're not like that. You can't.
No.
But we actually have more news regarding Ridley Scott, but it's actually kind of funny. But moving on. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.